Well, a suburban mother is forced to make a split-second decision after there's an explosion in a school's cafeteria. That choice ends up making her the town villain. But as Rose McKenna discovers the truth behind the accident, she also uncovers the town's dark secrets. Our own Becky Anderson sits down with author Lisa Scottoline to discuss her new thriller, Save Me, in this edition of Authors Revealed.
It's Authors Revealed, and I'm Becky Anderson. I am so excited. I have one of my favorite authors here tonight. It's Lisa Scottoline, New York Times bestselling author and Edgar Award-winning mystery writer. It's called Save Me. So this book,
yeah,
and I've heard a little bit of how you came up with this, but where did the spark come for it gave you? Because I know what always amazes and what I've heard, you have such great stories behind the stories that you tell.
Oh, well, that's cool.
And sometimes you totally get the connection, but sometimes they're just so great.
I know,
the way you come up with this. But where did this one come from?
The truth is, it came up from a story that is apparently unconnected. Talking to a friend of mine who has a young son, and she offered to take home another child. Well, a friend said, will you take my kid home for a ride? She said, sure, I'll give your kid a ride. When she got to the car, she realized she had one car seat and two kids. And she said, I didn't know what to do. And we talked about that for an hour and a half, and I said, that's the next book. Yeah. Now, that said, Save Me is not about car seats.
No, it's not, but it's deciding who.
It's how much do you love your child? Do you sacrifice? Would you sacrifice another's child for your own?
Right.
And I love also just the no-winness that are in a lot of parental decisions.
But it's so true. I mean,
right?
It's a no-win situation, and sometimes, and like you said, is that taking an ordinary woman, you don't picture yourself as a hero, but you have to make certain decisions, and you have to decide to stand up, even in no-win situations.
Well, right. Truly, I'm on a secret campaign. I might try to write entertaining books, but really, I want women to visualize themselves as heroes, because that's how I see them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're strong and we're independent and we're intelligent and we use all these resources and we raise kids, and what is more important?
That's right.
And in this book, and the kid's bullied, and that's, I think, a classic situation too, because you're like, no win. If I intervene, the kid gets bullied worse. If I stand back, well, these days it can lead to suicide.
That's right. And we just had a case here in Naperville that happened to.
Really?
But they happen in all of our children's life in some way or another.
Well,
whether you're the bully or the bystander,
Right.
And it happens. But I think those are no-win situations. What do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? And I think what she does, she's going to pay for her decision, because you're going to pay either way.
Yeah.
And what starts to happen is she gets bullied, and then, see, this novel to me is a lot more about adult bullying in a way.
Yeah.
And then she really starts to understand what it really feels like to be on the receiving end.
Yeah, right. And I don't want to give way too many spoilers, but it is there's just a twist and a turn all the way through this. But
well, thank you.
But as a parent, I think you can so relate to this book, because it's not too much of a stretch to put yourself in her shoes.
Well, thank you, Becky. I mean, that's what I've tried to do really for 18 years now.
We've had a blast talking with New York Times bestselling author Lisa Scottoline, and her new book is called Save Me. Back to you, Dolly.